Hello, welcome to another episode of Healing Disclosures with Nicole. I am Nicole. I am your host. I have Kathi here with me tonight. How are you, Kathi?
This is so last minute. This is so impromptu, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so we've just been chatting, and there's some stuff that's really on our heart. And I really want to just share this message. This is very impromptu, and I didn't even plan on recording. So God is in control of this, and we'll see where it takes us. I'm going to read a passage from the Sophia Code. Many of you have, if you follow me on my Telegram channel, I definitely put notes in there about the Sophia Code, how impactful it's been for me. Kathi has read through the Sophia Code. Brice is who introduced me to the Sophia Code, and she's still reading through it on her channel. So I'll put the description in the description box. I'll link her channel so that you can follow reading through the Sophia Code if you want to do that. But this says it's just so important right now. I really want to share it with you guys. The most revolutionary act that you can commit. That's the title of this section. The greatest expression of Sophia's divine love for you was her unconditional gift of your sovereign divinity. Written as the invincible living covenant of the Sophia Code within your oversoul's DNA, your divine inheritance is complete, whole, and untouchable. For you have been made in the image and likeness of she who created you. As such, your true self exists beyond all universal laws that govern form, as well as the laws and fear-based belief systems that control humanity's collective consciousness. The Sophia Code ensures that no matter what form or circumstances you incarnate into, you will always be able to activate your divine genome of sovereignty to override any viral programs with the power of your divinity. At the dawning of this next golden age, we are making ourselves known as mighty spiritual guides for initiating the genetic activation of humanity's sovereignty. Our presence is a powerful resource for clearing the global viral belief systems that would keep your entire species enslaved to voracious lies. We are here to declare that humanity's next spiritual revolution is to reconcile with its divine inheritance of the Sophia Code, to embody its own sovereignty, and to actively take up the mantle in the ministry of Sophia Christ consciousness. We call this a revolution because it will require embodying an unconditional divine love that is wise, wrathful, devout, and resolute to completely dissolve humanity's addiction to duality. As you have journeyed with our first key code mentors, you shed the duality on the previous pages from your DNA, and you became initiated upon a path of self-actualizing your sovereignty. As these initiations continue to integrate the Sophia Code within you, will operate your human awareness at increasingly higher frequencies. The spell of duality has dissolved from your body, your heart, and your mind. In the dissolution of your personal relationship with duality, you have become initiated as a way shower for birthing the new paradigm of solutions of Sophia Christ consciousness. Humanity's paradigm of duality has created a monstrous magnitude of suffering and global crisis due to the reactive behavior of victimhood. Believing that you can elicit solutions by focusing on this suffering only shreds the sensitivity of your heart and overrides your self-confidence, crippling your ability to affect change. We assure you that the healing these global crises requires the level-headed ingenuity of your higher self's creativity pouring through you in communion with other like-minded light workers. Your endless wars will never be won on the age-old battlegrounds of duality. Your dark ages of rape, genocide, greed will not be healed by more centuries of victimhood. Blaming your governments will not stop the devastating pollution of your planet. The slavery of human trafficking will not end in your corrupt court systems. Famine will continue to thrive in dualistic thinking that perpetrates another starving outside of your personal reality. No matter how these issues may enrage, confound, or sadden you, your feelings can be gathered as a great momentum that bypasses the minefields of duality. You can harness the passion of what you feel is true for a spiritual revolution that will require great stamina for the steadfast embodiment of your Sophia Christ light. This is your lifetime to lead as a beacon of attunement for others. You are one of the innumerable light workers from across the universe incarnating on earth at this time to birth a spiritual revolution of Sophia Christ consciousness, including the return of the divine feminine Christ, which activates the sovereignty of humanity. This spiritual revolution does not require that you fight against anyone or anything. This is a revolution of your own divinity, commanding miracles to dissolve all obstacles that are in your way. Resourcing your divinity to immaculately birth a new world paradigm is the most revolutionary act that you can commit. Birthing a new world paradigm begins with the golden dragon embodiment of your higher self, operating your awareness beyond the limitations of duality. When the embodiment is activated, the master within you may solely focus upon what you are directed to do from birth here on earth. Your emotions serve your purpose and guide your daily alignment. You remember to call upon the Holy Spirit within you every day to go ahead of you and prepare the way for grounding heavenly solutions and realities of earth beyond your effort and understanding. We know that to fulfill the prophecies of this ordained hour, humanity will need to embody the attributes of angelic dragon medicine that can be activated within the key code 777. In support of humanity's great prayer for liberation, we are here to initiate the divine qualities of your golden dragon embodiment, which include radical wisdom, flexible strength, ancient magic, committed to self-mastery, fierce love, and immaculate birthing.
Wow.
Is that not what we just pondered for the last hour and a half?
When you said that you wanted to record or that you wanted to read these pages, and I'm like, I don't know what pages she's talking about. Well, we've done the activations. I'm all about, like, I go back and I listen to Brice read and have her inserted her take on things and her research and her feelings about stuff. I don't know where you want to go with this recording on your channel. I'm going to put it on my channel because we're going to emphasize different things. But what we have just talked about, Nicole, it is taking things to another level. It's not just in our head doing research and looking at things and imparting knowledge, imparting concepts to consider up here in the head, up here. It's like we flipped it completely around.
Yeah.
We have flipped it, and now we're coming from a place of, oh my gosh, we're doing it. It's time to do and not think.
Yeah, we have to get out of our head.
Follow our heart, the feeling center that the Sophia Code talks about. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. We have everything we need inside of us, and we forget multiple times a day because that's how we've been
Program.
trained.
Yep.
Trained. We have been trained to doubt ourselves. We've been trained that we need people's permission, exterior permission, to be successful, to be compassionate, to be giving, to be kind, to be sovereign, to be divine. We don't. We have everything. We're given every single thing to succeed, but we keep talking ourselves out of it. And that's what I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it every single day. Every single day that I continue to go to the same place that I feel like it rips my soul out, I keep doing it for matrixy reasons, because I haven't been able to cut those cords. I haven't been able to fully invest in the wealth that's within my own soul, my own divinity. So I am guilty.
We're just keeping ourselves not just only accountable, but in our conversation, just this is what prompted this whole recording, is like realizing that we have, and I'm going to speak for me, I'm not going to put you with me, even though we were in agreement.
Yeah.
It's like, I have been complicit in trying to stay, how do I say it? Trying to stay solvent, trying to stay in a functional matrix to live as a human, right? We have to pay our water bill. We have to, right?
Yeah.
So in order to function as a human, I have taken steps that have made me compromised, and I have been complicit. That makes me want to cry. I've been complicit in the very structure that is evil and corrupt and out to take away from our sovereignty. And it's actually countering exactly what our divinity is here to do.
Right.
And
yeah, that's what we were saying. You know, I can be as giving and compassionate and want to elevate humanity and want to do for the greater good all day long, but my bill collectors don't care about that. That's not an equitable exchange of energy for them. Their hand is going to be out for the US dollar. It's not. All my efforts to live for the greater good, to live from my heart, to live in a higher consciousness, it doesn't translate into the matrixy world that we're still in. And so I don't know the solution to that. I do not know the answer to that. That is the daily struggle that we find ourselves in. And I know I'm not the only one.
right, exactly.
And I have faith, enormous faith, but I have compartmentalized the part of me that still requires an ego death, that professional part of me that still is the thing that enables me to have a roof over my head. And I don't know the answer to that. I don't know how to fix that. I don't have any wise words
Hold
for that.
Yeah, I do. Hold on, because you do know. The higher self of Nicole knows. And we have talked about our plan of action because, and you're right, you are not alone. I am not, the millions of people out there that are going to hear this via other people spread like wildfire, because we are here as a consciousness, right?
Yeah.
We do know the answer, and it's not out there.
Yeah.
You are right now in your channel from your heart. You are making yourself vulnerable and showing that you do. Those compartments are meant to be highlighted. And I made the decision also to take this weekend and completely unplug. No phone. I'm not doing Telegram. I am nothing external because my answers are inside.
Yes, that's what we came to just a little while ago, is that we really need to walk the talk and disconnect from external sources, external pressures, external advice.
Confirmation.
and just look within ourselves and envision cutting the cord that tethers you to the matrix, and see what life looks like when you do that. Envision that. What is your purpose? How does it fulfill itself? How do you fulfill the prophecy? So that's my mission for this weekend. That's Kathy's mission for this weekend. We're hoping for some clarity. We're hoping for some enlightenment sooner rather than later. Source creator.
Well, and we are here to co-create.
Yes.
You brought up a perfect source creator, and he is embodied in us.
Yes.
And by allowing that spirit to come through, we're going to go, look here, not there. We're making a conscious choice, Nicole. This is a conscious decision. And instead of focusing on what we have to let go and die and all the fear and all the blah, 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 we're gonna co-create. Not from a place of our head. Okay, now I need to make this much money to stay solvent, and I need to, that's head.
Yeah.
When we create from our heart, we're gonna create from a place of, how do I want to feel? How am I going to be able to help? Right? I just was confronted, and this was a weird, man, and I just have to say, for the record, hearing myself and hearing you help me through this, I was completely, how do I say it? It was like, I was bluffed. I thought I was participating in yet another humanitarian focused endeavor. I wanted to link arms because I thought their goal was like our heart.
Right. Yeah.
And guess what? You helped me see they can't create anything new because they're still in the dark.
Because they can't create.
No. So yet again, another layer of counterfeit, man, and they looked.
And they wanted you to help them create because you're of the light.
Yeah.
And they would have kept you in a little small position, giving you just enough to make you feel thankful again. Oh, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much for the whole while they're taking your light. They're taking your essence. They're taking your strength, and they're taking your divinity.
And keeping me so busy so I wouldn't have more time.
Yeah. And that is what we mean by the matrix.
Yeah.
When people say the matrix, that is it in a nutshell. That is how we have been cultivated on this planet up to this point, is to be thankful for the crumbs that they offer us.
Yes.
To be thankful to work and live paycheck to paycheck. To be thankful to give them the bulk of our life. That is not living. That is not how we were meant to.
I'm grateful for our connection here, honey. Like, seriously, I haven't known why. I haven't known the purpose of why we compare notes and we bounce ideas. And I don't know. We don't usually merge our channels. It's not always a scripted thing. And this is very off the cuff. But it matters who you share your soul with. Yes. It matters. And you and I right now, we are of like heart.
Right.
Not like mind. You're way
like-hearted. Like-hearted.
We are like-hearted. So anyway, I'm just forever grateful. Again.
I love you, Kathi.
I love you too.
I hope this video hits people and it's a help again. I know it's tough. There's so many energies and exposures and coming at us from all different angles. We're victim to it too on occasion. You know, we're human. Spiritual being is having a human experience, and it is hard. That's why they call it the gangster planet. This is a hard place to survive. Yep. And we will not only survive, we will thrive. And we just have to find that inner peace, that inner strength to be able to fulfill our prophecies for us.
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining me for this quick video, and I hope that you have a great evening. and a good weekend. And let me know in the comments if you decide to take the challenge and what ideas you came up with. I appreciate it, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good one.